Hey guys, and welcome to this special episode of Thru The Glass Table. Today, we're gonna talk about, Everett.
The Star Wars trailer was just released on Saturday, so we'll be talking about The Last Jedi, which is our first look into the movie. It comes out, what, 9 months from now? 6 months from now? So, yeah.
December, the end of this year.
The trailer's out. It's everything I thought it was going to be and a little bit of what I didn't think it was. But what did you think of the trailer?
I mean, I'm not like you who saw it like, I don't know how many times, but I saw it like 3 times. Mm-hmm. I thought it's a really great cut to the trailer. So, looking at the trailer, what were some of the little things that you noticed about it?
The way the film looks, it looks like a completely different movie from all of the original ones and J.J. Abrams, which I was hoping for, because that's how from A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back is kind of the same way. That those movies don't look alike. So it just lets me know that Rian Johnson, who's the director, is putting his own sort of like energy into it. Yeah.
What did he direct? He directed like
Looper and a few other ones.
Right,
yeah.
Yeah, Looper was a great film. Yeah. There's a lot of confidence in this. Just the whole imagery, the setup, everything. You can tell that they, as much as they can take their time making the film nowadays. Now it feels like we're having a Star Wars film every year. Pretty much Disney is doing that. But one of the little things I noticed, I pay attention a lot to the dialogue that was in there. It's just one of the first things that they say is it's Luke's voice, and he's talking to Rey. And he said it basically sounds like he's kind of training her.
Rian Johnson already sort of said that the beginning of the movie starts exactly
where we left off, so it's them training.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to hear that and see that, because then I want to know, well, what did she say already, like to convince him, because he's secluded himself.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I get the feeling like, and I hope that they write it in a way where it's interesting. Probably people who are dumber than us will be bored by that, but I hope that they stay there for most of the movie, and you just it'll sort of be like how he was on Dagobah in Empire Strikes Back. Like there's not a whole lot that Luke does in that movie. Like he's there for the first 15 minutes and he's completely isolated from the rest of the cast, but it works for almost like an hour and a half in the movie, and then he comes back in the third act. Yeah. So I can see them not imitating that, but like echoing that.
There's also this little moment in it where it shows like just a dark room and it illuminates, and there's like this kind of books there.
Yeah, you noticed it was books. I thought it was like a tree, or I didn't know what the fuck it was.
It seems to be like the knowledge of the Jedi, or at least knowledge of the Force, or the balance. So it seems that the balance might be the central focus of it, because he's talking to her about light, darkness, and then the balance overall, it means more.
Also, too, that island is the first Jedi.
It's the Jedi temple.
Yeah, the first Jedi temple. So maybe that's inside of the island somewhere or something. But that's what I'm thinking. Like it's a
holocron.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nice too to see a little old Jedi symbol from the game. I don't even think they were in the prequels. I remember them from the games, like Knights of the Old Republic.
That symbol is a hallmark of Luke holding the lightsaber. So it's the same kind of imagery.
No, I've seen posters?
But in the games and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's what it's mimicking, or it's kind of callback to.
Yeah, with
have you seen the new poster?
Yeah,
which does the same thing.
I thought that was it's like deceptively simple. I was kind of disappointed in the Force Awakens poster because it just looked like a bad Photoshop job.
Yeah,
a little bit. But this one, it looks like it has its own character. Like this movie is completely set apart from everything, and I hope it pays off.
The sad moment of the trailer was when you saw the back of Leia's head, surrounded by all the stars and light stuff.
They announced already she won't be in 9. At the Disney celebration, or Star Wars celebration was this weekend, and Kathleen Kennedy officially said she is not going to appear in 9 at all.
I think it's more respectful if you do that. Like, it might be a little jarring and weird. It's like, where's Leia?
But I think it's the better of all the evils, because it's like, do you do a CGI her? Do you use footage from episode 8? But that's gonna
how are you gonna put that together?
The best option is that she's not there. So I'm hoping that she's excellent in this movie. And it's sad. It's gonna be sad to see her in her last film.
They might have to do that cheap thing You know, when Philip Seymour Hoffman died, when they were making the Hunger Games, they did the thing where he left and then he didn't show up, and then they just explained it like, oh, he left you this letter or something.
Would you be bothered if she died in this one?
No.
No?
I wouldn't be too...
I would just be...
Like, for some reason, on a big franchise, like, celebrities like to be killed off great.
Yeah. Well, it's all the fucking...
And also, Carrie Fisher was notorious for, like saying stuff, like, out of the box. Mm. So I don't think she would be too angry if they killed her off.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, I fucking died. She got buried in a Prozac pill. It's just like, she's fucking amazing.
The most important part of the trailer, I think, is that the...
Most?
Yeah, we've been wondering ever since the end of Force Awakens, what is Luke's frame of mind? And in here, in the trailer, you kind of get a little glimpse. And so he said, what does he say? He says,
paraphrasing, basically he's saying the only action left is for the Jedi to end.
I think that's very important because that's like, this is the frame that this movie will be set on. And I wonder who is he, you know?
Just from putting some pieces from Force Awakens with the new trailer together, I'm sure he's just, like we said when we talked about it after Force Awakens, he's just done.
Yeah.
He's done because there's something about his family and the Force that always seems to backfire. Like whether it's his father, you know, turning to the dark side, but just there's always the Skywalkers are susceptible to the dark side.
It also makes him more human too. It's sort of like I would have hated if they introduced Luke as this all-powerful being in these movies. But to have him sort of like so down that he's willing to, it seems like he wants to end the Jedi or make it into something new. But it makes him someone that I want to see fail, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
well, I get what you're saying. Yep. He's already failed, so the only avenue for him to go is to rise back up.
What do you think he means by end the Jedi?
Exactly. I'm gonna go for the literal sense. It's like, I think that scene has to do with probably she's trying to convince him to train her to take over. He's just like telling her what's going on. He doesn't want to. Yeah, so it's just kind of like, I think that's what that is. Mm-hmm. But then she's gonna convince him somehow, or an event is gonna propel him to move forward.
Totally see that happening, but I think I would be a little disappointed by it.
Well, that's probably what it is.
See, last time we did this, we came up with these wackadoo predictions, and it was much more simpler than that. Like, to me, I get the sense of like
the old way is done.
It's like we keep doing this over and over and over again. We're not protectors of the peace. Like, we can't protect anything. You just gotta defend yourself. So maybe he's trying to teach her to be something more than just a Jedi. Like
that might be it. Yeah. That might be it.
You're not supposed to just protect.
You're not only supposed to be living just for the light.
Yeah, you have to understand the dark in order to stop it.
Exactly.
I don't know if they still use that lore, but the little bit that I know from the EU is that the original Jedis were more of like in the middle. Like it wasn't just
champions.
Good side, yeah. So maybe he's trying to look more to that. I don't know.
So I want to thank you guys for joining us for this little talk and breakdown of the trailer. But keep an eye out for the next coming reviews. Everett actually probably won't be here.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not going to say any more than that.
Okay. But yes, thank you guys. Subscribe, share it, and thank you guys.
Bye.